We are up and out there way before the sun even thinks about coming up. Well, I just kind of rolled out of bed, probably slept 4 hours. It's 4th of July weekend, and I'm still on nights next week, so I'm not trying to really completely mess up my schedule. But yeah, this sucks. But here's what we got going on. I ended up getting this nose mounted on. Didn't quite make a video of it, just because I didn't know I was gonna do it at the time. I thought I was still mocking stuff up, but we got it in there. Got the spoiler on. Courtney helped me rivet all of these in. She did them all herself. But yeah. Today my goal is to start getting these doors and quarters permanently mounted and get the plastic skirts, them white things over there, on, cut up, and mounted. Y'all like my safety glasses? Anyways, this is my right sail. Hang on, I gotta think about it. I don't know my left from my right sometimes. This bottom part here, I bent to go inboard instead of outboard. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I was an idiot. I had a bonehead mistake. So this had about 2 inches extra sheet metal on it that I bent in to go this way, so that it brought this edge, it's still a little warm, flush like that. Well, you can't get to them fasteners underneath there. So you need to be like that on here. So on my other sail panel, I chopped off this. And what we're gonna do is chopped off the bottom of there. We're gonna rivet this to the back side of this. So we're sitting like that. Oh, we're calling up for something. We do a little trimming and fitting, but so it all looks like that. Yeah, blues don't really match, but that's gonna be the color of the wrap anyway. So, all right, so I had a scrap piece laying around, and thankfully, that's gonna be my filler panel. It fits up in there. I got it drawn up a little bit, gonna pull it out. We're gonna cut it up, put it in. I don't remember if I do any kind of double folds on a filler panel. I don't think so, because across the middle of here is where I had that channel that the hood slides down into. So I'm gonna make this up and just see. I mean, if I mess it up, well, I bought this whole other sheet literally just for that filler panel and the hood. So I have plenty. Do I want to use it? No. But hey, I'm using what we have. All right, so we got that cut out, kind of mocked up a little bit. It's not perfect. That's probably one of my better ones. And once I do mount it, I need to smush it down just to kind of force its hand to be more flat. But that's what we're dealing with. Now, normally these noses last me an average of 3 race days. So I'm getting pretty good at this. Not gonna brag, but unfortunately I'm getting good at it, I should say. But yeah, there's that. Yeah, looks about even. All right, so we got the nose pretty much done. I need to make that channel that my hood slides into there. That shouldn't be that big a deal. Yeah, it came out all right. I freaking dented it. Just pushing it down to make it flat. But I might have to do a little work there, but hey. Now we're working on this rear quarter panel. So if you see here, you know, this quarter panel kind of turns and then heads south. So I'm using this crimping tool to help get a little bit of an arc right here. so it conforms to this decking a little better. So yeah, I might even just end up notching it right there just to really get it to go, because it's tight right here. Honestly though, next time, hopefully I get a bigger sheet metal brake. I could just do the door ending here all the way down and I wouldn't have any issues. But I think I'm gonna change up this decking for the next season. I do like the black on blue, but I'm definitely gonna change that up a little bit. Oh, well, quarter panel's done. It's a little tight quarters over here. Make sure we're squared up back there. Looking good. Are you kidding me? Just go in there. There. Anyways. It looks pretty straight to me. Let me get these short down. Yeah. All right, so I got this door kind of mounted. So I went through, I just made random holes. I ended up finding one right here. But I'm going to use these, well, just the little quarter turn fastener springs. Now that I have these holes made, I'm gonna eventually take this door off, use a 1/2-inch drill bit, and mount these guys on, because there's gonna be no way I'm able to reach up under here and grab all those nuts off the back side of these. But for now, this is fine. It'll get us through for a little bit, because actually I'm using these. I'm gonna weld on all these tabs on the other side, just like this car. And I'm gonna do all of those panels out of carbon fiber right here. So it's pretty much, I'm gonna make this panel. It's gonna be this area here, make a rectangle and a rectangle. And then actually on the front, it's better to show it on this bent up car. On the front, I'm gonna make a panel here and mirror it over there, just to enclose this area right here. So that will help from air from mud and dirt getting up on the radiator. And also it's like an aero advantage. It helps disperse the air that's coming up under the right front nose, and kind of helps keep the car straight. Starting to hear all the birds chirping outside. I think the sun's kind of peeking up. Oh, those are nice. I forgot I had them. But what I'm looking for are these guys. So I should have a couple of them. There's one. I thought I had 4, but I think I lost one somewhere. Oh, yeah, there it is. This is a mess. Look at this workbench. I've got nuts and bolts everywhere. But these are pretty cool because you can take these guys, slip them in to where you got quarter turns. You throw your door up on there. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Put your door on there. Put your door on it. You kind of know where they're at, and you smack it with a mallet, and it'll leave a nice little nipple, so you know exactly where to drill your holes, where the center of them are. But yeah, I think my sail panel is going to be covering this anyways. But yeah, that's how we're going to do this door, and then this is done. We'll fasten it, and I'm not going to do any body bracing. I might cut up the skirts, but it'd be ready to wrap once I finish this and get these holes, because I don't want to lay the wrap on a nice clean surface without having any rivets or anything underneath of it, because as we learned on this guy, that stuff sucks, especially when you have a whole door like I did, like an idiot. But yeah, we're gonna leave everything on the outside so we can get to it. Well, we got the headers mounted for real now. All the bolts are in. Got this side done, other side's done. That's one thing off the list. So the FedEx man just came by. We got some parts in today. Oh, is it an empty box? Oh, this whole box just for this. But these are your upper control arm shims. So these are what you use to make caster adjustments, change your kingpin angle. I was needing these, so I bought them. And you know what? I was like, you know, I gotta get free shipping. So I bought a new bead lock. We'll open this guy up too. All right, here we go. So this one, I think, is a 3-bolt. Yeah, you got your bolts there. Your cover, oh, I think it is a 6-bolt cover. Dang it, I was really hoping it was a 3-bolt like the kind of description was saying. But I got a brand new mold. But yeah, cool. We'll put it to work. So, I mean, all mine got marks on the back side, as you can tell from the wheel itself. But yes, sir, there's a brand new one. Look at that. Oh, that's so nice. Hopefully we don't put it in the wall after 4 races and junk it like I did that one there. So I had to make this bar. You can see the tip of it there. But I had to unmount my seat, get it out of here. We'll just kind of disconnect everything. But I had this, you know, 120 wall, 1-inch square tube. I had to wrap my belts around and do that weird freaking over under with that buckle thing. So I have my crotch strap mounted because there was no tab anywhere. So anyways, got that in, working on putting my belts in right now. I'm waiting on Mr. Flores to get over here so we can hold a wrench so I can go on the other side of the car and run that guy down. Need to loosen this top back up so I can get the belts through that tight gap right there. It's just like this thing fit through, just like this guy. So yeah, I don't have too much of an angle, you know, for my shoulder harnesses. It's for the most part kind of level, but you know, you typically you'd want to mount your belts like exactly at your shoulders. This is what we have, so that's what we're running with. Well, we got the car swept around thanks to Flores. Thanks to Flores, Wallen, and Sean McLeod came over. I gave him some money to go up to Talladega this past weekend, or this coming weekend. They got a $2,500 win at Talladega Short Track. He's running my stickers on the car. But yeah, we got this guy over here. Decided not to put it on jack stands. It's just easier. I mean, these things, it don't weigh much, but when you get it all off the ground at once, oh, it does. So it took 4 of us to get it in here, but now we got some room to work with this one, putting the wrap on. I got the wrap over here kind of releasing itself from being rolled up. The nose came out looking pretty good. If I don't say so myself. I was a little worried about it. Yeah, I think we're looking plenty fine.
Abandoned, wherever it's like a hotel or whatever, and you look at like there's like a bug flying around. If you look at it, it's a car. I was like, what the heck?
They're beetles.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like laughing about it.
They're beetles and then they're ladybugs.
Yeah.
Still got to cut all these out.
I saw it. I was like, that's such a that's a little detail that you overlook as a kid, but.
All right, good morning, guys. It is now Saturday, the 2nd, I think. But anyways, we are going to make the hood and these front quarter panels today. And the body will be pretty much 100% done. I need to make those front quarter panels so I can put the wrap on. We got the wrap actually laying out pretty nice. You're supposed to let it lay out for about a day or so. Help let it release its tension or whatever, but yeah, we got a lot of work ahead of us, and it's like 5 a.m. trying to get a lot of stuff done. My goal today would get the body done at the minimum and maybe start messing with the wrap. I don't know, that takes a special patience, a special time and help, and I don't know, we'll see. We got this guy all made up. So this is the inner side. This is what I'm going to use that crinkle tool on. You see how I did. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be money. Move it out a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much how I had it. I thought it up. Let's see how square we are. I know these pins with that one ain't lined up, but I think it looks pretty good. All right, we got both sides done. Now I just need to go in here, kind of figure out where I'm gonna start this arc radius and start using this guy along this fold I did here to help get this up to there. So I'm gonna start a little further back, about where the wheel would end, start working. I did leave me quite a few inches of extra material on both ends just to help get this to have this right front clearance, because I had a bunch of issues burning through these panels last year. But this car, this shock definitely has a little bit more travel than the other one, so well, I guess we'll find out first race out if we burn through this one. All right, we got a pretty good arc out of it. I think it's looking pretty good. Definitely happy with how this is starting to come out there. So I do like how I have it more arced and then slanting back. I think it looks a little better. But the reason why I didn't do this double fold here is because I do my panel that comes down right here. I don't kink it or nothing. I just kind of bend this double fold to match this radius arc here. Why, I don't know. It's just how I did the last one. That's how I've been doing them. But I think it's coming out looking pretty decent, especially with the same slope angle coming up. I carry this whole angle here up until this point. So this is all from here on down is the same angle. It's gonna look pretty good, especially when we get the hood on. I think it's coming out to just really shape up. Okay, now we're working on this hood. I think we're gonna do 46 inches by 44 plus your inch overlays for your double folds. And then in the middle, I'm gonna do 2 strips underneath. Then I'm going to rivet to it and do the same type of bend radius on that. It's just gonna be like a 1.5 by 1.5 angle. Rivet that to it to help give the hood and keep it shape, not just have just a piece of sheet metal that you force in there. I want something that fits nice. We do need to make that channel here. I think I've got a scrap. I don't know if it's long enough or wide enough. I think it should be 47 if my math is correct from doing the others. Oh yeah, look at that. That's perfect scrap. We'll get that done. I'll set you there. Oh yeah. And then we got, get that hood out of this. Have just a little bit of scrap left. Those will be these panels here. I think we're looking pretty good. I mean, knock on wood. Got the hood on. Kind of just whacked it with a mallet, so I knew where that all thread was. Kind of had it measured out. So we're gonna cut a hole, just a little one there, just to fit it on, to kind of see where we're at. I'm really nervous about cutting that air filter hole out there. Cutting circles with that is pretty hard, and using a hand cutter, it looks all choppy and crappy. So I'm a little nervous and hesitant to do that, but we have to get it done. And finding all these freaking guys, I don't know, once I get it on, I might just smack it with a hammer again so it leaves an indentation. Then I'll just drill a little bit bigger hole and I'll use these to cover it up a little bit. I'll do a little bit bigger hole than that, and then kind of use this to shimmy around that hole to get it center so the hood goes on. I'm eventually gonna make these out of carbon fiber. I got a bunch of scraps that I could use to do something like that with. How about this glitter carbon fiber mud cover I made? That is 15 inches. Got the hole cut out, got the drills drilled for these guys. Put a little chamfered edge here to help kind of alleviate the hood from the deck so you can get it off a little easier. Yeah, I'll rivet these on, and then we're gonna get on the car. I'm gonna get underneath like I did on these and kind of crimp it and kind of get it to get that arch. I think it's coming together. Just now need to make these panels here. Not really looking forward to it because this wheel well's already cut out. I shouldn't have cut it out, but maybe I had to get one of the quarter panels, like the long edge there, I think was sitting here in the sheet of sheet metal. But yeah. All right, so it is like 3 or 4 a.m. Good sleep, so decided to come out here and work on the car. Need to get the wheel wells trimmed out today and finish those front quarter panels. Hopefully we might end up putting the wrap on it today. We're supposed to go out to the lake later today and have like kind of like a 4th of July deal, but it'd be pretty nice if we get the wrap on. That way the car would be pretty much done. All right, so we got that front quarter panel made, kind of just drawing up an arc. I really wish I would have left myself a little more room, but like I said earlier, I think I was trying to fit another quarter panel right here. I don't remember. So, it's gonna look a little weird, I think, but the rear end, I'm gonna just get a piece of string, hold it in the middle of the hub, and just draw a circle so I can get that perfect arc around it. As far as this, I think that's about as best as we're gonna get. Pretty big opening on this right front, but once it tucks up in there, and it wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna get this cut out and then make the other side. I think it's coming out pretty good. This being straight like it is might mess up this arc I got here, so I have another line right here. I might just zip that down another inch to help kind of alleviate not messing up this arc, because then it kind of put me like right here. But I don't know, we'll see. All right, so I have a pretty knowledgeable subscriber base, and I appreciate all of you. But I don't know if any of you have this same brake or a brake like it with these adjusters here. But I'm having an issue when I'm bending sheet metal. So we've got really crisp edges here and there, but in the middle they're kind of just rounded. So I've tried messing with these top and bottom. I've tried adjusting the tension here. I'm kind of clueless. I don't know what to do. So you see my gap there, it's the same all the way down. This is supposed to help take up from the material thickness so you don't just kind of tear it in half. Do I need to bring that closer? Like, what do y'all think I should do? Because this is, it's getting annoying. You don't really notice it on these panels, but like on a door, you might be able to see it here. See how crisp that 90 is? And then once we get down to about halfway, you see how it's really rounded out. But once we get back down here, you got a little bit better of a 90. I don't know. Maybe y'all know. But this guy is made, let's see, first time fitting it in. Cool. You definitely see the blue difference now, but we're just gonna trace that wheel well out a little bit, cut it, and then that'd be done. All right, here's a better look at the car, like a wide angle. So we got the car in dynamic, max dynamic. So this is full travel of the right front, which is kind of where I'll be going into the corner. It ain't really completely, I don't think it's always, at this state. But this is the max travel. Any more than this, the shock bottoms out on the shock eyelet bottoms out and coil binds, but we have a little bit of room there. This is my left front tire. It's a little smaller of a rollout than the other tire I had, but that's just to show you the arm angle and everything. So if this were to travel anymore, we'd be bound up on the chassis, but I have found some stuff wrong. That heim there is kind of bound up. We're gonna loosen it and rotate it around so it's flat and dynamic, just so we have no binding anywhere. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Kind of had to do this to get this quarter panel mounted. So we got the mounts here. Started drilling some holes, but I need to get some bigger washers. I don't want to end up pulling those through this plastic with some small washers. Got some mounts here. I'm not going to do these just yet until after we wrap the car. But I'm glad this is done, so we can get this out of the way, and then we can work on tying up that side. So this here is probably about ride height. And you got quite a bit of travel. It's 4.5 inches is what we got. But there we go. So I'm kind of running low on these blue rivets. I set aside exactly how many I need for this when I get this one in. Hopefully soon. But doing some chevron blue so it all matches. I think this car is probably one of my best ones I've done yet. It's let me think. I did that body, I did 2 other race car bodies, I did that body, and this is this body. So I don't really have a whole lot of experience doing these, just kind of learning as I go, and there ain't a whole lot of YouTube videos out there of people bending up their own stuff. So yeah, we're coming along. Hopefully, like I said, we can wrap this thing today, but it's July 3rd, going to a little lake party later. It's now like 5 a.m. So just trying to get some stuff done before we are forced to leave. All right, so I got the decking cleaned off. Everything's prepped. All the annoying clear, wrap on the sheet metal is removed. Oh, that was a pain. Made a mess. But we are ready to wrap. Just waiting on help, and that's about it. I gotta clean it off with some fuel, let it dry. So last time we did it, we just, hung it, split it down the middle, and just did it dry. I think this time we might just go get a bunch of cheap Windex and just soak it, put it on so you can kind of move it around a little bit and squeegee it out. And then, of course, we gotta get pictures, so we'll let it either dry in here and or sit out in the sun, let it dry. But yep. Well, happy 4th of July, fellas. Not gonna be doing too much today because I have to go into work tonight, unfortunately. So it's about 4 a.m. I'm out here gonna try to get a little bit of work knocked out because it's race week now. I gotta go through, do normal race week prep as I'm waiting for friends to come over and help me wrap this guy. So there's still a bunch of stuff I gotta get done. One of those being my shift linkages on my transmission. I think I might get a little crazy and swap back my levers. I gotta put my fire bottle in. It just kind of, I don't know, I guess start race week prep. Got a little breakfast here, but man, it's been a little bit since I've done kind of like a race week routine. So I gotta kind of go over my old notes and make sure I don't forget nothing. But I think I am definitely going to swap out those levers there with the ones I got in the other car. Let me show you. These ones just look a little better, and they're also black. So I'm gonna measure those holes, those mounting holes there, and see if they'll even fit. All right, so we're fixing to shoot my first Kevlar one. Came out a little messed up. See the edges there, but we're getting ready to see if a 12 gauge will do any damage to it. Oh well. All right, so I got like 7.5 shot in this 12 gauge. I don't know what choke I have in here. I think this is a pretty good distance. We're gonna see if this Kevlar carbon fiber holds up. I know a lot of them racetracks got little rocks in it. When you go in the corner, it messes up your cover. So this is what better way to simulate that, All right, ready? Well, I think this is my turkey choke on it. We blew a hole through it, but it stopped several little BBs. That's pretty cool. What is that, like 15 yards? It blew a hole freaking straight through this guy. Well, there you know. It's not quite bulletproof, but I don't know. I think this will withstand some mud. All right, so I hope y'all are having a good 4th. Had to get rid of the mustache. We're actually getting ready to go watch some fireworks here in Crestview. And after that, I got to go straight to work. So it's unfortunate, but it's how it rolls. But let me show you what we did. Would you look at that? It's so nice seeing a car that's kind of put together in my shop again. My original plan of running this all the way down didn't work out, but a couple of wrinkles. This was an MF for here, getting this all tucked over, but the sail panel is going to be just smashed right on top of it. There's a couple air bubbles we got to work out yet. And these are all come out really easy with this kind of perforated material. You just gotta rub them. So this is good stuff here. Gotta work on skirting next and mounting it to the car with all the bracing and everything. But you can tell there's quite a few that are starting to show their heads, but we'll get them all worked out. We'll let it sit in here, not turn the AC on for a day, and we'll see how it comes out. But man, I didn't know they were right there on the backside. We could have just trimmed it, but yeah, looks clean. Hopefully we don't look like that in a couple races. Hopefully it stays looking like this for a little while. But yeah. Body's pretty much done. I'm waiting on this hood scoop to come in so I can make a carbon fiber copy of it. Waiting on this sail panel here to come in. Then I'm in a kind of a pickle with this radiator. So this is what had come off the car. I believe this is a 20 AN, and I think this is a 14 or a 12. So there's a pretty big size difference. So I have a bunch of different kinds of adapters coming in. Hopefully we get something worked out because this is a welded in type. And this is a screw in type that came off the Kaiser. So I'm trying to get this one where I can put it in the car if the other radiator doesn't come in time. Now I'm new to all the fittings and everything like that, trying to see what compares and reducers and everything. I don't want to mess up the water flowage, you know, going from a big to a small or small to a big, and I don't know. I think it would throw some stuff off, but we're gonna try it. If the motor gets hot, then well, it gets hot and we'll go back to the drawing board. But all in all, I'm kind of happy with how it's turned out. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me through this video. I don't know how long it's gonna be. This has been a couple days out here working, compiled into one. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Hope you had a good 4th of July.